Shalom, welcome to Tactically Torah. I am Heath Hayes. Today is day 37 of Read the Bible in a Year. We're in Leviticus chapters 16 and 17. We're starting at the bottom of page 121. And let's just get into it. Page 121 in the scriptures if you guys want to follow along. Chapter 16. Yahweh spoke to Moshe after the death of the two sons of Aaron as they drew near before Yahweh and died. Wouldn't you know it, my wife walks in on verse 1. Chapter 16. We're good now. Verse 1. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe after the death of the two sons of Aaron as they drew near before Yahweh and died. Yahweh said to Moshe, speak to Aaron your brother, not to come in at all. Not to come in at all times to the set-apart place inside the veil before the Lid of Atonement, which is on the ark, lest he die, because I appear in a cloud above the Lid of Atonement. With this, Aaron should come into the set-apart place with the blood of a young bull as a sin offering, and of a ram as an ascending offering. He should put on the set-apart linen. He should put on the set-apart linen long shirt with linen trousers on his flesh, and gird himself with the linen girdle, and be dressed with the linen turban. They are set-apart garments. And he shall bathe his body in water, and shall put them on. And from the congregation of the children of Israel he takes 2 male goats as a sin offering, and 1 ram as an ascending offering. And Aaron shall bring the bull as a sin offering, which is for himself, and make atonement for himself and for his house. And he shall take the 2 goats, and let them stand before Yahweh at the door of a tent of appointment. And Aaron shall cast lots for the 2 goats. 1 lot for Yahweh, and the other lot for Azazel. And Aaron shall bring the goat on which the lot for Yahweh fell, and shall prepare it as a sin offering. But the goat on which the lot for Azazel fell is caused to stand alive before Yahweh to make atonement upon it, to send it into the wilderness to Azazel. And Aaron shall bring the bull of the sin offering, which is for himself, and make atonement for himself and for his house, and shall slay the bull of his sin, and shall slay the bull as the sin offering, which is for himself. And shall take a fire holder filled with burning coals of fire from the slaughter place before Yahweh, with his hands filled with sweet incense, beaten fine, and shall bring it inside the veil. And he shall put the incense on the fire before Yahweh, and the cloud of incense shall cover the Lid of Atonement, which is on the witness, lest he die. And he shall take some of the blood of the bull and sprinkle it with his finger on the Lid of Atonement on the east side. Also in the front of the Lid of Atonement he sprinkles some of the blood with his finger 7 times. And he shall slay the goat of the sin offering, which is for the people, and shall bring its blood inside the veil, and shall do with that blood as he did with the blood of the bull, and sprinkle it on the Lid of Atonement and in front of the Lid of Atonement. And he shall make atonement for the set-apart place because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel, and because of their transgressions and all their sins. And so he does for the tent of appointment, which is dwelling with them in the midst of their uncleanness. And no man should be in the tent of appointment when he goes in to make atonement in the set-apart place until he comes out, and he shall make atonement for himself and for his household and for the assembly of Israel. And he shall go out to the slaughter place that is before Yahweh and make atonement for it, and he shall take some of the blood of the bull and some of the blood of the goat, and put it on the horns of the slaughter place all around. And he shall sprinkle some of the blood on it with his finger 7 times, and cleanse it, and set it apart from the uncleanness of the children of Israel. And when he is finished atoning for the set apart place and the tent of appointment and the slaughter place, he shall bring the live goat, and Aaron shall lay both his hands on the head of the live goat, and shall confess over it all the crookedness of the children of Israel and all their transgressions and all their sins, and shall put them on the head of the goat, and shall send it away into the wilderness by the hand of a fit man. Oh, goodness, excuse me. Verse 22. And the goat shall bear on itself all their crookedness to a land cut off, thus he shall send the goat away into the wilderness. And Aaron shall come into the tent of appointment, and shall take off the linen garments in which he put on when he went into the set apart place, and shall leave them there. And he shall bathe his body in water, and he shall bathe his body in water in the set apart place, and shall put on his garments, and shall come out and prepare his ascending offering and the ascending offering of the people, and make atonement for himself and for the people. And burn the fat of the sin offering on the slaughter place, and he who sent away the goat to Azazel washes his garments, and shall bathe his body in water, and afterward he comes into the camp. And the bull for the sin offering and the goat for the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make atonement in the set apart place, is brought outside the camp, and they shall burn their skins and their flesh and their dung with fire. And he who burns them washes his garments, and shall bathe his body in the water, and afterward he comes into the camp. And this shall be for you a law forever. In the 7th new moon, on the 10th day of the new moon, you afflict your beings and do no work, the native or the sojourner who sojourns among you. For on that day he makes atonement for you, to cleanse you and to be clean from all your sins before Yahweh. It is a Sabbath of rest for you, and you shall afflict your beings, a law forever. And the priest who is anointed and ordained to serve as priest in his father's place shall make atonement, and shall put on linen garments and set apart garments. And he shall make atonement for the most set apart place, and shall make atonement for the tent of appointment, and for the slaughter place, and make atonement for the priests, and for all the people of the assembly. And this shall be a law forever, to make atonement for the children of Israel and all their sins once a year, and he did as Yahweh commanded Moshe. Chapter 17. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to Aaron, to his sons, and to all the children of Israel, and say to them, This is the word which Yahweh has commanded, saying, Any man from the house of Israel who slays a bull or a lamb or a goat in the camp, or who slays it outside the camp, and does not bring it to the door of the tent of appointment, to bring an offering to Yahweh before the dwelling place of Yahweh, blood guilt is reckoned to that man. He has shed blood, and that man shall be cut off from among his people, in order that the children of Israel bring their slaughterings, which they slaughter in the open field. Oh, goodness. And they shall bring them to Yahweh at the door of the tent of appointment to the priest, and slaughter them as slaughterings of peace offerings to Yahweh. And the priest shall sprinkle the blood on the slaughter place of Yahweh at the door of the tent of appointment, and shall burn the fat for a sweet fragrance to Yahweh. And let them no longer slaughter their slaughterings to demons after whom they whored. This is a law forever for them throughout their generations. And say to them, Any man of the house of Israel, or of the sojourner who sojourns among you, who offers an ascending offering of slaughtering, and does not bring it to the door of the tent of appointment, to do it to Yahweh, that man shall be cut off from among his people. And any man of the house of Israel, or of the sojourners who sojourn among you, who eats any blood, I shall set my face against that being who eats blood, and shall cut him off from among his people. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, And I have given it to you upon the slaughter place to make atonement for your lives. For it is the blood that makes atonement for their life. Therefore I said to the children of Israel, no being among you eats blood, nor does any sojourner who sojourns among you eat blood. And any man from the children of Israel, or from the sojourners who sojourn among you, which hunts and catches any bird, beast or bird which is eaten, shall pour out its blood and cover it with dust. For it is the life of all flesh, its blood is for its life. And I said to the children of Israel, do not eat the blood of any flesh, for the life of all flesh is in its blood. Anyone eating it is cut off, and any being who eats a carcass or what was torn by a beast, be he a native or a sojourner, he shall wash his garments and bathe in water, and shall be unclean until evening. Then he shall be clean. And if he does not wash or bathe his body, then he shall bear his crookedness. All right. Tomorrow is chapters 18 and 19. Shalom.